Hi, my name is Danielle Boatman. I'm 32. I'm single with no children. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I've been in Texas for about 18 years. Got here freshman year of high school and have been here ever since. Um, I like to, I guess I'm a Texan at this point. Especially since I've done most of my adulting here. I'll be graduating this summer. All fingers crossed. If I finish my two capstone classes, summa cum laude as well. So I'm really excited about that. Um, I currently work for State Farm. I've been here for about 3.5 years. It'll be 4 years um, on July 17th. I work as an agency operations technician, where I assist agents with balancing their checkbooks and transferring policies and books of business in between them. And I really enjoy it. I do not have a problem going to my job every day, especially because I have weekends off. So it's quite enjoyable, especially coming from bartending where I had to work every weekend and every holiday. And um, it was fun, but again, quite exhausting. I'm also a lactician and I do hair on the side. So I do that kind of in between school and work as well, to kind of just up my income a little bit. I do that about 3 or 4 times a week. And as a hobby, I do play a lot of video games. When I say a lot, but since I've been in school, not as much, but I do like to get some playtime in when possible. Um, as far as my leadership development journey, pretty much almost every position I've held since I was 15, which was my very first job at Six Flags in San Antonio. I've held some type of leadership role. I tend to not move jobs very often. I do prefer to get into a position, stay, and then if life comes and I need to move around, then I will. When I was 15, again, it was my first job. At 16, I got promoted to a team lead. That was the youngest you could be to do so. And then at 18, I was promoted then at that point to a supervisor, and I did that for a few years until I went off to college. And then went off to the college the first time. And then worked a few jobs in between there. Didn't really hold any in that position, but then I became a bartender at Joe's Crab Shack, and I did that for a few years, and then I was promoted to the key manager, or key slash bar manager. So that was a leadership role I had there, was scheduling the bartenders, making sure the bar orders and things like that were correct as needed to be. And then I was then promoted to a an assistant manager for the restaurant from there, and that I did pretty much the same thing except just for everyone instead of just the bar. And then currently at State Farm, I haven't had a leadership role per se as far as my title. I was a change champion, which in that case was kind of a leadership role in the sense that I was a liaison between basically my team members and leadership, because anytime there was a concern or anytime there was a new development or a new process or anything like that, I was kind of the person that kind of explained that and kind of helped that transition happen a little bit more smoothly. And again, if any of my team members or anyone else had any concerns or anything, then I would just take that on to our meetings and leadership. I did, as of today, just apply for a team lead position, which is a highly sought out position in my department, and I am crossing my fingers that I get that position. That would be really awesome, and then icing on the cake if I could get that on top of graduating. And I think I do a really good job. I already do some team lead work on paper. So it's kind of like I already have an idea of what that'll look like. I've also held some kind of leadership roles, like in church. I was a choir director for quite some years when I was in high school and then in college as well. And that was, I say leadership in the sense that it was, having to meet with the pastor and the instrumentalists and things like that, in order to make sure we had whatever we were going to do on Sunday and be able to deliver that information to the rest of the choir members and things like that. And that is pretty much the gist of my leadership roles. ORGL has been extremely helpful, way more helpful than I really thought it would be, as in, sometimes when you're going through your college career, some of the classes just don't seem very applicable to what you're doing every day. But this is the first time I've been very engaged with a lot of my work, and it has been very applicable to what I'm doing every day. It's made my projects very easy to complete, in the sense that I have something to actually apply to the project. So pretty much every class I've been able to kind of utilize the information I'm using at work every day in my schoolwork as well. And just being able to just kind of break down leadership to a science, which I just honestly, you hear leadership all the time, you know what it kind of consists of, but you may not be sure about the technical terms, or, where this specific ideology may have come from. So I kind of like that. And that's kind of where it's helped me, is just breaking down leadership to a science, and then explaining maybe some of the whys some things are the way they are, or how a leader is reacting, and has helped me deal with some of the leaders. I don't have a whole lot of issues, but, just even when I do, help me deal with some of the leaders that I'm having to deal with in my regular job. There was one program where I had to do, and because after I graduated, I've been kind of going back and forth whether I want to be a team lead, or what kind of other jobs I'd be interested in applying for within my company, because I do love State Farm. I don't plan on going anywhere. The tenure here is crazy compared to most other companies, and that's for a reason. But I was thinking about being a data analyst, and one of my classes, and failing to remember, I do believe is data decision making. And we had to do kind of like a flow chart toward a type of thing in Excel. And I have always wanted to get better at Excel, just kind of delve into it a little bit deeper, because I know it can do a whole lot more than what it shows at face value. So we had to do a project for that, and it was just really cool doing that project. I really enjoyed doing that project. I got an A. And it was cool because, honestly, the next week I ended up doing something very similar for my job, and I was able to do it efficiently and effectively and effortlessly, because I had just handed in a project that was very similar to it. And I just was really kind of thankful that I had to do it. And it was an enjoyable project. And I was kind of glad, because it kind of fell right in line with what I would want to do if I wasn't a team lead, which would be a data analyst, as far as analyzing data. And I had no idea you can analyze data to the levels that you could. So that was probably the program that stuck in my mind. So that was a project, class and project, that stuck in my mind quite well, even to this day. And I believe I took that class last semester in fall. So that I really enjoyed that project. And as far as challenges that I faced during this, I really like this kind of setup with the whole. It's a degree program that's catered for us who work every day, all day. I know some of my professors have other jobs and things like that, so it's been very helpful with that. It has been time consuming in the sense that I've had to learn how to do it, especially because I have a job and I have the other kind of side job on the side, just being able to balance, have a work life school balance, I guess. Usually it's just a work life balance for a long time when I wasn't in school. So now it's like work life school, try not to hand in things last minute, which is actually kind of hard, because normally, when you're in class, they give you the syllabus, you have these due dates. But with this program, it's like, hey, this is the beginning of the semester and this is the end of the semester. Get it done. And I always get it done. However, it's just having to really practice some discipline and things like that in order to make sure you get it done and in a quality manner, because I also like that it kind of challenges you in the sense that you don't get a B, you don't really pass. So it kind of also challenges you to have a level of excellence, to a sense. That's big. My biggest challenge is time management. As far as like just trying to like make sure I'm not having any burnout from any of these, whether, like I said, school, work, or play, and just being able to have a little bit of time for everything. It makes it a little bit easier because I do not have a family. I don't have to juggle children or a husband or anything like that. So I am a little bit thankful for that. I'm glad I've kind of, been waiting for that. And then as far as like, even like the projects, I like that there's variations with it. So like I've had some papers, and there's a 10-page paper I had to write. That was the first time in a while I had to do something that thorough and that long, but did well on that paper as well. That was pretty hard because that took a lot of planning. But I'm a great writer, so that was something that I kind of came easy. It kind of came easy. It was just the time management that it took to in order to complete it and complete it well. And as far as an instructor, I mean, honestly, I'm sure you'll do just like what the others have. Just kind of be understanding about our our schedules and whatnot. You had a syllabus that stated exactly what the expectations were. I read over that, and I'm very aware of what's expected of me. And so again, I have had all A's since this. Until these two capstone classes. So I'm trying to graduate summa cum laude. So the only thing I can think of is not to give me a grade. By all means, I will earn every grade I get in here. But if you can just kind of give me feedback, and I'll get the assignments to you in a timely manner. You can get the feedback to me in a timely manner so that I can fix whatever I need to, so I can maintain that grade point average. That would be great. And that's really all I can ask of you. I do appreciate you for providing this opportunity for us to kind of share our backgrounds. And I look forward to working with you until June 25th. Thanks.